Hi everyone, so this is just a part 2 to the algebraic fractions video. So we did part 1 before where I explained how to work them out, and this is just a part 2 video with just 5 questions we're going to be working out together, right? And as always, if you want to try the questions before, just pause as at the beginning of a question, try it, and then play when you want to see the answer, right? Alright, so let's look at what we have here. This is from January 1997. Very old paper, very old question. So remember now, for algebraic fractions, we need to, just like regular fractions, we need to find the LCM, right? The LCM of 5 and 3 is 15. We know that from regular fractions, right? So now, let's just draw a little squiggly line here. We want to make the two fractions a new fraction with that new denominator of 15, right? And we're going to do it for the two fractions, right? So now let's change the color of the pen just so it'll be a little bit easier for you all to see, all right, how will we do certain things. Okay, so now 5 times what gives me 15? 5 times 3. So I multiply the top as well by 3, right? So I'll get 3 times, put it in brackets, watch out, put in it 2x plus 3, close brackets, right? So that's my first new fraction. So let's put that underneath one time. So 3 times 2x plus 3 all over 15 plus, oh, not plus, we actually subtracting in this question, right? So it's subtract or take away. And well, let's work out this new fraction here. 3 times 5 will give me the 15. So I'm going to say x plus 2 times 5, right? So 5 times that x plus 2. Good. So we have 5 times x plus 2 all over 15. Good so far, right? Now remember now, this is thing over 15, right? And let's remove the brackets while we put everything together. So 3 times 2x is 6x. So you see how we're using back expanding brackets, what we did before. So go back to that if you can't remember. 3 times 2x is 6x. And then 3 by positive 3 will give you that plus 9 there, right? Then put your takeaway sign, right? 5 by x is 5x. And then we have 5 by positive 2. Now, this is actually minus 5 times positive 2. A minus by a positive is a minus, and 5 by 2 is 10. From there, let's just simplify the top. 6x take away 5x is 1x. Plus 9 take away 10 is minus 1 all over 15. So we get x minus 1 over 15. Just to review, plus 9 take away 10. Remember, it's a smaller number, take away a bigger number. That's how we get the minus 1 there, right? And also, remember for the other piece there, which I should have probably write before, minus 5 times x plus 2, right? So the minus 5 by the x, that's how we get the minus 5x. And then minus by a plus again is a minus, and 5 by 2 is 10, right? Good. So now we can look at the other question down here. So this is January 2001. So find the LCM. So the LCM of 2 and m. Remember, 2 and m, I told you when the denominators are totally different, just multiply them together, right? So this is really 2 times m. So 2m is my new denominator, my LCM, right? So I want to make 3 over 2 a new fraction with new common denominator, the LCM, and same thing with 3 over m, right? All over 2m. Again, I'm going to change the color just so it's a little bit easier for you all to see. So 2 times what gives me m? 2 times m will give me that 2m. So I'm going to multiply the top by m as well. So 3 times m is 3m. Good, so I could write that in here. 3m over 2m. And then take away. So m times what gives me 2m? M times 2. So I'm going to multiply 3 by the top by 2 as well. So I'll be 6. So I get 6 over 2m. And now put everything over the 2m. And it's just going to put it up, right? So that's 3m, 6. We can't kind of simplify that anymore. So that is our final answer, right? So now let's look at another question. All right, so we're looking at June 2004. We have 3p over 2 plus p over q. So again, let's find the LCM. The LCM of 2 and q. Again, 2 and q are totally different. So it's just like the last question. So my LCM is just multiply the two denominators. 2 times q, so that is 2q. So you're going to make our two fractions. So 3 over p over 2 and p over q. New fractions over that LCM, which is 2q, right? And let's go ahead and tackle that piece. And I really urge you all to do that, to do it separately, especially for these algebraic fractions, because I know sometimes it may get a little confusing, right? All right. So 2 times q will give me that 2q. So I have to multiply it up by q. So 3p times q will give me 3pq, right? Just by the way, 3p times q is just 3pq, right? And now next, so I could write that in down here, q over 2q, and then plus. So q by what will give me 2q? 2q by 2. And I multiply it up by 2 as well. So p by 2 is 2p. So I'll get that here, 2p over 2q. Again, my denominator is 2q. And I just add it up, 3pq plus 2p. Again, we kind of simplify this. 3pq is different from just 2p, right? So we leave our answer just like that. Let's look at another question down here. So this is a little more exciting one. So my LCM here, again, my LCM of x plus 5 and x plus 1, we just multiply them together, right? Because they are totally different once again. X plus 5 and x plus 1 are totally different. I know some of you are probably saying, but I have x in the both of them. But it's still, they are still different because x plus 1 and x plus 5 is different. It's like saying, you have $20, right? And then I have one more dollar than you, which means I have $21, right? So it's just totally different, right? So the LCM is x plus 5, right, like this, times x1, right? So let's try to change these up now. So 2 over x plus 5, I put them in my brackets, right? And then I have 3 over x plus 1, put them in brackets. And our new denominator, or new LCM, our LCM is. So you see I left out the multiplication sign from in between here, right? You could leave it out. You could put it in, it's not a problem. Right? So yes, we definitely need a different color for this one, so we don't get too confused. Alright. So x plus 5 times what will give me x plus 5 by x plus 1. So it'll be by x plus 1. So I'm multiplying it up by x plus 1. Sorry, 1. So that is 2 times x plus 1. And let's write that in one time. 2 times. I'm going to put everything over the denominator one time, right? Because we know this is the denominator for the new denominator for the two fractions. Let's get the next fraction now. X plus 1 times x plus 5 will give me that new denominator. So do the same thing at the top. Multiply by x plus 5. So I get 3 times x plus 5. So I have plus 3 times x plus 5, right? And now from here, let's just remove the brackets or expand the brackets at the top, right? So 2 by x is 2x. 2 by 1 is 2. Everything is plus here, so everything will be plus, right? 3 by x is 3x. And then 3 by the 5 will be plus 15. And all this is over my denominator. And now we could just simplify the top. 2x and then 2 plus 15 is 17, right? And let's put it over the denominator. That's your final answer. 5x plus 17 all over x plus 5 by x plus 1, right? So not too bad. And okay, the last question. So the LCM here will be what? Again, different, so you just multiply them, right? P minus 2 times P plus 3. And I could just write it as P minus 2 by P plus 3. Multiplication sign because it's understood, it's there, right? So now let's make each fraction a new fraction with that new denominator, the LCM that we found. Right, so put everything over P minus 2 by P plus 3, right? P minus 2. And again, it's similar to the last question. In this question, we're going to subtract, we're not adding, right? So let's just change the color and let's work from there. So P minus 2 times P plus 3 will give me P minus 2 by P plus 3, right? So I'm going to multiply the top by the same thing. So 1 times P plus 3, right? And then the next fraction, or we could write it in 1 time. So 1 P plus 3, I'll put that in brackets, right? And then afterwards, remember everything is over the new denominator, P minus 2, P plus 3, and we're going to take away after, right? So now next fraction, P plus 3 times P minus 2 will give me that new denominator. So I'm going to multiply the top by the same thing. So 2 times P minus, sorry, I needed to put the bracket before. Right, so brackets P minus 2. Right, so let's add that in there, 2 times P minus 2. And now let's just remove the brackets, right? Putting back my new denominator there. So right, well, 1 times anything is the same thing, right? So 1 times P is P, and 1 times 3 is the 3, right? Plus 3. All right, let's look at this here. So minus 2 by P is minus 2P. And then we have minus 2 by minus 2. A minus times a minus is a positive, and 2 by 2 is 4. And then we could just simplify to get our final answer. P minus 2P is minus 1P. So it's like 1 minus 2 is minus 1P. And then plus 3 plus 4 is plus 7. Right? And that is it. I just want to change the color to show you all one more thing. Right. So P, 1P minus 2P. Right? 1 minus 2 is minus 1. That's why we're getting minus 1P. And then, well, plus 3 plus 4 is 7, right? So again, I know these questions could get a little difficult, but it's all about practice. Keep on trying over the questions over and over. Any problems, feel free to message me. And I really hope you all get through with it. So I'll see you all in the next video.